What's going on, YouTube? Matthew back here with you today. I've had a lot going on. Haven't had a whole lot of time to do a video, but I was wanting to do a video today. Got a package that came in today. I got some other cards I picked up, as well as all of these right here that have come in since I posted my last video. And I'll get into these in a second. All of these, I will say, are super short print cards numbered to serial number to 25. Only 25 ever made of each. The package here, I'm going to go ahead and get into it. And then these cards here I'll show in a minute. These were just some pickups from card dealer, local card shop. Sorry about that. This right here is online auction purchases, and I think it is because it's all slabbed cards. And well, no, it's not all slabbed cards. There's something. Yeah, this was auction purchase. Sorry about let me throw this trash away. Yeah, 3 graded cards and then 1 super short print that I picked up. This Demario Douglas right here with the Patriots. Not a superstar or anything, and this is from Wild Card. Wild Card is considered low end, market. But I bid on this because this is a seller that I buy a lot of stuff from. I like bidding on his auctions because he lists stuff about 2 days a week on eBay, but everything is $4.50 shipping plus every for the first item you win and 25 cents each additional item. It doesn't matter how much you win. So I know going in that I'm dealing with somebody that I've dealt with before. I don't have to worry about some new guy or some guy that's wanting to try to milk every penny he can get out of shipping and tell me, because I mean, there's a lot of them on eBay that will tell you, oh, yeah, I can combine shipping, and then they say, well, I need $2 for each additional graded card, or I need, or they'll ghost you after you win more than one auction. They'll ghost you, and then they want you to pay $10 to ship 2 cards in the same bubble mailer, Uh, but anyway, this guy does me right all the time, and that was one auction I won. I got this card for a couple of bucks, and no, it's he is not a big deal. He's just a solid, role player for. But this card, and let me get it out of here because you can't really see it because of the glare. And but this is a 101. That's why I bid on it. 101. And for what I gave for it and having combined shipping, I couldn't go wrong. Right here, you can see right there. I think maybe you can. There's just too much plastic. When you got this many layers of plastic, the lighting has to be perfect or else everything is going to. Yeah, this is a 1 of 1, an official 1 of 1. It's right there on the bottom corner. And like I said, it's wild card. This guy's not a superstar. He's just a very good role player, but still, for what I gave for it, I'm really thrilled. And some New England Patriot fan, I'm sure out there would love to add this to the collection. And so what I plan on doing is actually putting this anything I get that comes in that serial number lower 25 or lower, I'll end up putting it in a one-touch magnet holder like that. But this card right here is actually, I'm going to be honest about it. This is a card I'm going to be looking to flip. So I'm not really that worried about, putting it in a one-touch yet, but I'm going to be looking to flip that card. Here's another 101 that I'm going to flip. Probably, eventually. If not, though, I'm not really upset about this card. It's because it's an autograph, and I'm an autograph collector. But this is a Leaf certified. Again, well, this is 2022 Leaf Flash Forward autograph, pre-production proof, uh, kaleidoscope orange. It's Jaden DeLaura. And I can't even honestly remember what college it was because this is one of those guys that's like jumped colleges a couple of times, but he's currently not even uh, in college anymore. He went undrafted by the NFL and is currently playing pro ball. And it's like what I call like a semi-pro league. But I looked it up after I wanted an auction just out of curiosity. Looked up his name, but anyway, it is a autograph on card autograph, which is nice. No, I'm sorry. It looked like a one on card autograph. It is a sticker autograph placed over a white circle. It does say 1 of 1 here. the back of the card is just plain, and that shows you this is just knockoff products leaf. But I don't see. It's funny because this says 101 up here, but there is not anywhere on the card that I can see where it says 101, and I may be missing it. I'm not going to worry that much about it. This could very easily be something that I look to flip with a couple of those college ticket autographs. Once I figure it, like throw a couple of other guys that played at the same college as him and possibly look to flip. Now, this is another card I picked up really cheap. Every one of these cards here, I got no more than $2 in them. And I'm going to look to flip this because this guy's hot as a firecracker right now. Puka Nacua, I think is how you pronounce his name. Puka Nacua had a big, season, and everybody is hot on this guy. Now, this is a card graded by CCG. Not really that big a name in the sports card hobby, and normally I won't touch anything that's not PSA or SGC in it, or BGS. But this guy is so hot that one of these cards actually, and CCG is actually legit. That's actually a grading company, a coin grading company is what they're more known for. And what's funny is in the coin grading world, the company that owns, they don't go by the same name, but they own CCG. They're like the biggest name in coin grading, but in baseball sports cards, they're like new to the game. But they do have a nice holder. It to me, it's a lot like a PSA holder. This is the first card, to be honest with you, that I've ever purchased that was in a CCG holder. This holder to me is like a PSA holder with a different color label. That's all it is to me. It's about the same size. It's lightweight. It's not as thick or as heavy as an SGC or a BGS slab. So people that if you've never tried one of these, if you like PSA slabs, you probably would like these guys slabs. The cards are pretty cheap, but I got that for $1.50 bid, and this guy is so hot right now. And combined shipping, I got less than $2 in this card, and I'm thrilled with that. Um, and I'm going to be flipping that card because I know a guy that is crazy about this guy right now, and I'm going to put together a little lot and do some trading on that. So this card is going in my own PC. I don't know why. I don't know why because I've never bought a tennis card in my life, but I got this for $1.50. Okay, I got less than $2 total in it, counting the combined shipping. It is a PSA 9, and just so you can see, the CCG, like I said, its thickness is about the same as a PSA, and the size and everything is basically spot on. They are so close. The only thing I will say is PSA, their plastic seems to be a little bit cloudier right here and that could be just the age of that slab. But at any rate, not a bad slab. This is a brand new slab. I could tell. I mean, but the cool thing about if you can find a player that is hot, it doesn't really matter what brand name slab they're in. CCG has started gaining ground in the grading card hobby. So to a lot of collectors out there now, they don't mind CCG at all. It's not like one of those companies from the '90s that was one of the early card grading services that nobody ever even remembers now. But that's Serena Williams, and the reason I bid on this is her rookie card. Now in PSA 10, you've got a really nice card. In PSA 9, it's not really that big a deal. But when I was young, I actually liked to watch tennis sometimes. I don't know. I mean, I never really played it. I dated a girl in high school that was probably one of the best tennis. She was the best tennis player at our high school when I was in high school. But I dated her for a little while. But Serena Williams, greatest women's tennis player, one of the greatest women's tennis player that there ever has been. Some people will argue she definitely is. I'm more like Chris Everett Lloyd, Martina Navratilova. Some people will say Billie Jean King, but Serena Williams is, great. I'll tell you another one I liked that her career was ruined before it got started, and I liked her when I was in high school because she was a teen. She was like 14 years old. I remember when she first made it and become a professional tennis player. Jennifer Capriati, and but anyway, Serena Williams. That will stay in my PC for I don't know really why, just at least for now because it is her rookie card, and So anyway, there's that card. Now here, these come from Card Shop. This is a Carlos Carrasco last year, 2024 tops. This is a green refractor, and it is from the update set. Yeah, it's from the updates. It's 2024 update because yeah, I sort of say he was with them all year last year, so I don't know why that was in the update set. Here is an Eli Morgan autograph rookie card refractor, and you know, when you can find something like that right there, oh, it's not serial number. That was not serial number, but still, that was, you know, I love cookies, so anything I get a cookie, as long as it's not when he was with the Mets and it's with him with the Guardians, I'll pick it up if it's cheap. That was a quarter. This right here was actually in the 50 cent bin box, and I picked it out. You know, that is a 2022, I think. Yeah, 2022 autograph rookie of Eli Morgan. Not a big deal, but still, it's an auto. Uh, if it's legit tops, yeah, if it's legit. Here is a Stephen Kwan pink refractor rookie gold cup. Picked that up out of the 50 cent box. This one right here, I got out of a 50 cent box. This is a really nice card. Rookie card. This is from Bowman's Best. Bowman's Best, and not sure, 2022. Bowman's Best 2022, Quaney, and that's Roseanne's favorite player. Picked up some Quannies. This is another Quaney. This is purple refractor from Topps Chrome 2022, I believe. Nope. Oh, yep, 2022 Topps Chrome purple refractor. Quaney rookie. And this card right here was in the dollar box, and I yanked it out because I've never seen it. It's serial number to only 49. It is Cookie Carrasco, and it's from 2019 Donruss. So in other words, he's not, you know, there's nothing on the hat because they don't have Major League Baseball rights or anything, but it is serial numbered right there. And so, you know, and being a low serial number like that to 49, I'm sorry, I had it upside down, but to 49, and me being a, you know, Indians Guardians collector, that right there, nice for my collection. All right, now last in this video today, these are all serial number to 25 that I've been, I realized lately that because of the lack of interest lately in the hobby, Topps with their scandals on autographs and everything else, and then PSA and the, you know, pissing people off with the PSA actually hasn't pissing people off as much as it is dealers that are trying to now say that if you have a card that's got a, you know, authentication number that shows that it's older than, you know, this year, like if it that shows that it was graded 2024 or older, that it's not worth the grade. There's dealers now, not all dealers, I'm not saying all dealers, but there is some out there that will try to tell you if you're looking to sell something now that if you got a PSA 10 Griffey Jr. rookie, for example, that they can't pay more than a PSA 7 price simply because if it was graded 3 years ago, they're going to tell you, well, if you sent that into PSA today, they've updated their standards, so that probably wouldn't grade but a PSA 7, so that's all I can pay. And it's pissing a lot of people off. I'll just say that. It really is. But because of that, and because of the top scandal on the autograph, you know, fake autographs, um, it's caused a lot of people to that hadn't already to jump bait. I feel like we're right back in the 1990s again with everybody jumping bait on the hobby, but it's a good time for collectors. If you're a serious diehard collector and you're looking to get low short print cards at a reasonable price, boy, it's getting back down to like it was there for a long time when you could get about anything you wanted dirt cheap. These right here, all serial number 25, all of them are part of the 2022 Topps mini insert pink minis. They're just a, you know, an insert at random, and I thought when I started realizing how cheap these were, I said, why not try to put together a complete set of the Indians from that year? Now, like I said, there are only 25 of each one of these ever made, so that made it, you know, makes it, in a way, it would be really nice if I put together the entire Indians team set. Now, there's two cards. It's going to be a little harder. Jose Ramirez, who I do not have, and the Indians team card. There's actually one on auction right now that's going off in, I think it's tomorrow. Right now, I'm in the lead, but probably won't stay that way all the way through. We'll see how it goes, because I'm not going to pay astronomical for it. But if I can get it at a decent price, I'll, with Jose on it and a Med Rosario, I will pick that up. But at any rate, what I've had come in this past week, every one of these I got for $3 or less. $3 or less. Can't beat that for serial number cards as low as 25. So anyway, Zach Plesac is the first one here. Pink Mini. I got every one of these in magnet one touches. And Plesac, of course, no longer with the Guardians. Sandy Leon, no longer with the Guardians. He was just a role player backup, but there he is. And here is Emmanuel Clase with a Topps Rookie Cup. Boy, he looked young there. And I know he's in the scandal right now on betting on baseball, but, they should have knew that when baseball and the NBA, when all sports went to legalizing gambling and getting in cahoots with all these gambling apps, what did they think was going to happen? I mean, that's why they had to reinstate like Pete Rose, Joe Jackson, all that in baseball. Is because how you going to be all about gambling now and still have got some of the greatest players that ever lived banned from baseball for gambling. But anyway, there's a nice one. Clase. He's a fan favorite of me and Roseanne here in Cleveland, the Cleveland area. Miles Straw, very good, very hard-working, hustling player, speedy player, just couldn't hit. Um, Here is Yu Chang, former prospect, didn't work out. Or Oscar Mercado, who had all the talent in the world, but it's not a team, not a guy that could be managed. And Eli Morgan, who I just showed a autograph rookie card of a while ago. Now, every one of these, just like right here, they're serial numbered to 25 on the back corner. And I wasn't showing that, but they are. And when I process things for my collection, that's what I do is I write on the back on a little card there, 25. But I write on the back like that. And honestly, I mean, we all should think about this if you're a collector. You never know when we're going to leave this world. We could leave unexpectedly. I could go out here, get in a car, go to the grocery store, whatever. I go out here, do some work, whatever. Get hit by another vehicle, and I could be gone tomorrow. So I do things like this. So if somebody in my family or Roseanne or whoever ends up stuck with trying to unload my collection one day, then it's going to be they don't have to sit down and look up every single card to figure out what they got, and so that's why I do that. Also, down the road, as I'm getting older, I can quickly look at that and say, oh, that was from 2022 when I have one of those like middle-aged moments and can't remember what year a card is, you know. But anyway, this right here, I'm really thrilled to get that 101. I was really happy to get all these. And even though there's nothing major big in that, every one of these, except for, like I said, I'll probably hold on to that for a little while just for the heck of it. I pick, some of this is just mainly I picked up to flip because if I can get something, if you can get something, honestly, I don't care who you are, if you can get something cheaper than what you believe you can either sell it for or get for it and trade from somebody that is a fan of that player, then you should pick it up because heck, half of my over the years, I got a lot of nice cards for my collection from just trading with people that collected other players, and I trade what I don't care about that they want for what they don't care about that I want. I mean, it was big time trading back in the 80s when I was growing up, and every kid collected baseball cards. So I remember I was a Mike Schmidt fan. I would give you all my Tim Raineses, all my Gary Carters, whatever, whoever you wanted, I would trade you for all your Mike Schmidts. That was me. I remember trading with guys in like the fourth and fifth grade. Tim Raines, 85 tops Tim Raines cards for their 85 tops Mike Schmidts. And Schmitz ended up being worth more at the one time, but Raines is in the Hall of Fame as well now. But I remember that, you had your favorite players, you went after more cards of your favorite players. Anyway, nice pickups. I've got a lot more stuff coming in. There is actually a few nice graded cards that I picked up recently that should be here in a few days, and I'm getting ready to do that video on the Ultimate Rainbow. And if you haven't watched my other videos, you don't know what I'm talking about on that, stay tuned to my share, and subscribe. Stay tuned on my channel because it's going to be a cool video. in which I break out. I picked a guy from 2022 Tops that is in the Cleveland Guardians team set from that year, and the reason I picked him is I have several uh, red wave and red sapphire refractors that are serial number to 5 of him, as well as when I was going through my Cleveland boxes, I've got so many serial number cards of that guy from 2022, different variations, that I sat down, I figured out what I didn't have based on, like, pulled up a spreadsheet, excuse me, pulled up a spreadsheet, printed it out, figured out what I did not have, what I did have, and what cards I have, like 4 or 5 of the same serial number card. And because I get, I will not buy base cards, I will not buy boxes and open packs, but I will go to a card shop and I will, as a Cleveland collector, I will pull every little card, just like I showed you there. All these little refractors and serial number cards, anything Cleveland, I will buy if it's cheap. And that's just the kind of collector I am when it comes to non-graded cards. And because that way I don't end up with boxes and boxes and boxes of base cards that I want to get rid of, like everybody else. I mean, I am, and I'm not wasting money for what you pay for a lot of these boxes out here, and you open up the whole box chasing, those rare one-on-ones that are going to get you rich, you're hoping. And then most of the time, what these guys do, they buy $100 box. Just as this is just throwing it out there an example, $100 box of cards. They open all the packs and they set their inserts over here in a pile. They got a whole box of base that they got to get rid of because they don't want it and it's not worth anything. And then the stack of inserts they got, if they're lucky, they might be able to get 30, 40 bucks tops out of that. So they're going in the hole. you know. Whereas you take that same $100 that you would, spend on busting a box, and I'm talking about low end boxes. If you want high end stuff, like, I'm into, I mean, this right here, like Donruss crap, that, even though that serial number, that's low end. But you get into like some of the, like if I'm going to be buying, if I was buying boxes, I'm going after the higher end tops. I'm going after tops platinum. I'm going after top sapphire. Uh, that would be me. And that's why I don't buy boxes. Is because I would be buying the high end, because the high end cards look nicer. They have higher values when you do get the big boys. But I'm the guy that would rather take that $100 and buy me a PSA. I mean, well, like a PSA Jose Ramirez rookie card or something. You know what I mean? Even if it's not a PSA 10, it doesn't matter. Like for $100, instead of buying a box of cards and hoping I get a hit, I just go buy my hit. That's just the collector I am. But anyway, thank you all for watching, and I'll be back again very soon with more, hopefully better stuff than this to share with you all.